I get a lot more than groceries. I get attention.
From a friendly smile and hello
to someone helping me find something.
It's like I'm the only customer that matters.
Instead of just telling me where an item is, they take me right to it.
I'm not famous or anything.
But at Publix, I get special treatment. Me.
And that makes me feel even better about shopping here.
Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
The man who came out from Bayona was very knowledgeable.
The first day, we got over 15 calls.
Then we took the house off the market.
When Dad put it back on, it sold the next day.
We saved over $10,000.
Hey, there's no reason not to use Bayona.
Thanks, Bayona.
That's our news for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 11 o'clock for CBS 4 News tonight. Time now for the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley tonight.
Tonight, a CBS News exclusive. President Bush contacts an attorney about representing him in the probe of who blew the cover of a CIA operative. More of our exclusive Enron tapes. Energy traders caught ripping off the public, and now the angry reaction. CBS News learns of new allegations against a key figure in the prison abuse scandal. We'll have the inside story. And this man was arrested for a murder he didn't commit. Wait till you hear how a television comedy proved his alibi.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Good evening. Dan is on assignment tonight. I'm Scott Pelley. We begin this evening with a CBS News exclusive about the criminal investigation of who in the Bush administration may have revealed the identity of a CIA operative. Our chief White House correspondent, John Roberts, who's on assignment in Las Vegas, is breaking this story tonight and joins us now with details. John?
Scott, CBS News has learned that President Bush has sought an outside attorney to represent him in the investigation into who in the administration leaked the cover of a covert CIA operative to the media last year. Believing that the president is likely to be asked to either submit to an interview or even testify before a grand jury, White House officials late today confirmed that the president has put Washington attorney Jim Sharp on hot standby.
In an exceptionally secretive process, a federal grand jury has been hearing testimony since January from dozens of administration and government officials, aiming to pin down the source of the leak that identified Valerie Plame, seen here with her husband, former Ambassador Joe Wilson, as an undercover CIA agent. Wilson charges that Plame's cover was blown as payback for his challenge to President Bush's claim in last year's State of the Union address that Saddam Hussein was actively shopping for uranium to build a bomb.
The British government has learned that Saddam Hussein recently sought significant quantities of uranium from Africa.
Wilson has pointed fingers at the vice president's office and the president's political director, Karl Rove. In a recent book claiming, Rove told a reporter that, quote, Wilson's wife is fair game. The Justice Department assigned a special team of investigators to the case last fall. It demanded thousands of emails and other correspondence from the White House and has either interviewed or brought before the grand jury several high-ranking officials. Mr. Bush has repeatedly stated that he has no tolerance for such leaks, but he has expressed doubts the investigation will ever find answers.
I have no idea whether we'll find out who the leaker is. Partially because, in all due respect to your profession, you do a very good job of protecting the leakers.
So far, no one has suggested that President Bush had anything to do with the leak or even knew about it until after it had become public. But the fact that he has retained an outside attorney in the event the grand jury comes calling has now elevated this investigation to the very highest levels. Scott?
Chief White House correspondent John Roberts on assignment in Las Vegas. Thanks, John. There has been quite a reaction to the story that led this broadcast last night. Angry reaction to the exclusive audio tapes we played of Enron energy traders bragging about how they manipulated the West Coast energy market. Conversations that the traders knew were being recorded but never thought that you would hear. Tonight, CBS News investigative correspondent Vince Gonzalez has more of the Enron tapes and the reaction.
During California's rolling blackouts, when streets were lit only by headlights and families were trapped in elevators, Enron energy traders laughed.
Those guys, let's cut them off. They're so f***ed in. They should just bring back horses and carriages and lamps. I know, kerosene lamps.
And when a business owner complained about high energy prices,
I just looked at him and said, move. The guy was like horrified. I go, look, don't take it the wrong way. Move. It isn't getting fixed anytime soon.
Yeah, man. California's attempt to deregulate energy markets became a disaster for consumers when companies like Enron manipulated the West Coast power market and even shut down plants so they could drive up prices. There was quick reaction in Washington to the Enron audio tapes, first aired by CBS News last night.
People were talking about market manipulation, that people were talking about schemes, that people were making jokes.
And the tapes have become part of the debate over the president's massive energy bill.
While the president would like to have an energy bill, I'd like to have an energy bill that protects consumers.
Consumers like Grandma Millie.
All the money you guys stole from those poor grandmothers of California? Yeah, Grandma Millie, man. Yeah, now she wants money back for all the power you charged jammed right up her ass for $250 a megawatt hour.
I will be offering an amendment to compel FERC, to compel the Bush administration to get off the dime and get this money back that's been stolen.
It's clear from the tapes that Enron employees knew what they were doing was wrong.
This guy in Wall Street Journal calls me up. I wouldn't do it.
Because first of all, you'd have to tell them a lot of lies, because if you told them the truth,
I'd get in trouble now.
You'd get in trouble.
Eventually, the lies unraveled and traders scrambled.
I'm just trying to be an honest camper so that I only go to jail once.
2 Enron traders from the same office where the tapes were made have already admitted manipulating energy prices and pled guilty in court. Another goes on trial in October. Former Enron chief Ken Lay is the only top company official who has not yet been charged with a crime. Vince Gonzalez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Now to the case of Ahmed Chalabi, the once trusted member of the U.S.-appointed Iraqi Governing Council, now accused of spying for Iran, and as first reported on this broadcast last night, the subject of an FBI investigation. Tonight, correspondent Jim Stewart reports that what agents want to know most is who gave Chalabi the U.S. secrets that he allegedly gave to Iran.
FBI counterintelligence agents are focusing on the highest levels of the Pentagon in their search for who told former Iraqi ally Ahmad Chalabi one of the nation's best-kept secrets, only to see Chalabi turn right around and share it with Iranian intelligence agents. Several news organizations, including CBS, the New York Times, and Los Angeles Times, learned of the alleged betrayal weeks ago but agreed to withhold reporting it until now because of U.S. attempts to shore up the intelligence losses. Chalabi, who was once held in high enough esteem to sit behind First Lady Laura Bush during the State of the Union address, is alleged to have met in Baghdad with a top Iranian agent and disclosed to him that the U.S. had cracked Iran's secret codes and was eavesdropping on all Iranian intelligence messages. Chalabi told the Iranians he learned about the code intercepts from an American who was drunk when he told him. What followed was a frantic exchange of messages between the Baghdad Iranian agent and his headquarters in Tehran, all of which were intercepted and decoded by U.S. agents back here. That led to a raid last month on Chalabi's Baghdad headquarters and an end to his hopes of joining in the new leadership coalition in post-war Iraq. Today, Chalabi denied the leaks, calling the accusations false and stupid. Chalabi has always had a history of mixed reviews from U.S. officials. The CIA blames him for some of the bad intelligence about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, while the Pentagon has credited Chalabi with information that led to a quick victory over Saddam Hussein.
We are getting some extremely valuable information from a whole range of Iraqi groups, including Mr. Chalabi's.
The Pentagon says no one there has been officially questioned as yet. Other officials, however, hint the leak investigation is making good progress. Scott?
Jim Stewart in Washington. Thanks, Jim. Addressing U.S. Air Force Academy graduates in Colorado today, President Bush likened the war on terror, including Iraq and Afghanistan, to the battle against tyranny in World War II. He says America will prevail now as it did then. In the war on terror, with forces stretched thin, the Pentagon said today the Army is expanding its so-called stop-loss program. This allows the Army to maintain its troop strength in Iraq and Afghanistan by keeping thousands of soldiers on duty beyond their enlistments. In Iraq today, no reports of American casualties, but dozens of Iraqis were killed and wounded in street fighting and bombing. Correspondent Kimberly Dozier is in Baghdad.
A car bomb killed at least 5 Iraqis in the center of Baghdad today, an event now so commonplace that few even seem to take notice. The UN envoy to Iraq, Lakhdar Brahimi, says the new Iraqi administration must work fast. or the chaos will endanger elections for a future permanent government.
If security does not improve significantly over the next few months, there will be a problem.
Not to mention, the situation discourages the foreign investment this country needs to get the oil wealth to market and get the infrastructure fixed. Foreigners and anyone working for them are targeted daily. This video, released today, shows an Egyptian and a Turk being held by militants for driving trucks for the Americans.
Security is the most expensive part of running a business in Iraq.
Iraqi-American Hassan Fatah should know. The day before he published his first edition of the Iraq Today newspaper, bandits broke into his offices.
I was actually sleeping in the room just not far from here, and woke up with a gun in my face, and it was tied up.
The paper made it to print, but the thieves made off with $10,000. And worse was to come. A number of translators working for foreign media and the coalition were targeted. Then, suspected militants came knocking at Fatah's family home. He's now fled to Jordan, his newspaper shut. His experience is a grim warning to other would-be foreign investors.
You're asking for a businessman or a business person to come in and drop their money into a country whose future is uncertain and in which there's open fighting going on day and night.
Iraqis are quick to blame the coalition for the clashes, but the UN envoy says Iraqis have to work too to make this place safe, developing their own zero tolerance for terrorists. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, Baghdad.
Coming up next on the CBS Evening News, is someone trying to smear the woman at the center of the Iraqi prisoner abuse scandal? She thinks so. We'll give you the inside story. Later, do you know what your kids are up to? Would you believe drug smuggling? Our special Eye on America series tonight. But first, Dan Rather with this note.
CBS News honors fallen heroes. Nicole Fry had a passion for life. It was a life built around serving others. In Iraq, she was helping to rebuild the country. She delivered books to Iraqi children. Fry hoped to serve her own community one day as a police officer or firefighter. The restaurant where she worked has set up a scholarship in her name for students who pursue careers in public service.